movie fans. Wanted to talk with you guys about Across the Spider-Verse. This animated movie from Sony, wow, it has been so fun. Yes, I saw it twice. Make sure you need to know that. But wow, this movie swung its way back to number one this weekend in its fourth weekend at the box office. That tells you that this movie is doing pretty well, that it is well received. People love it. People are wanting to go out and see it. They're telling other people to go and see it too. Not that the numbers are like way high, just a $19 million weekend this weekend, but in the context of the fact that it did have a decent amount of competition. Elemental and The Flash were just in their second weekend, a debuting new Jennifer Lawrence movie, and Transformers hitting its third week. And Spidey still took the crown of the weekend champion. You know what I mean? Putting its totals at this point at $317 million domestically and $560 million worldwide, proving that Spidey can hold his own in a fight.
Everyone keeps telling me how my story is supposed to go. Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing.
But yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. The first time and the second time. I loved how the first Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, animated from Sony, introducing Miles Morales as Spider-Man. I loved how it packed cool surprises in it. That aspect of the movie was just so cool to me and such a fun part of it. And they did such a good job with that. And they kept things hidden so it wasn't spoiled and, didn't leak anything that way or the trailers didn't give any of that away. And they did a great job with that. So really cool that this sequel, the second one, didn't fall in that category for me either. There were definitely some surprises. There were, one big one where me and my wife both were like, what? And we said it out loud in the theaters because we were just surprised. That was an actual reaction that we experienced in the theaters. But yeah, this is a fun, messy web of a full of Spidey-powered characters, like this place and that place and all over, with some emotional and challenging situations that our heroes encounter. Things that they're dealing with at the stage of life that they're in. And yeah, it can be a little messy and it can be a little bit heavy at times. My second time watching it, it felt more lighthearted and more fun than it did the first time for some reason. I'm not sure if that was just an expectations thing or what, but yeah, a little bit messy at times, and but very cool. Stick with it. The animation in the movie is awesome, just like it was in the first one. Cool animation, cool stylized animation, comic book stylized, which is fun. But also I felt like with this one, they took it up a notch as far as the artistic value of it goes. Not just artistic in it's art, it's drawn, but how it emoted artistically what was happening to where it was more artistic than realistic. And that adds a different element to it. And part of the heavy and the messiness, I think, was involved in that as well.
Coño, Miles Morales, he's entering Sector 4.
Set him.
Do I, have web on my face? What's the deal?
Miles, he's right there, he's running. Turn around!
I don't see anything, boss.
The story of Miles Morales, who we learned about and loved in the first movie, continues on in this movie. So,
okay, Miles's grades are pretty good. A in AP Physics.
That's my little man.
And AP Studio Art.
He takes after his uncle.
A- in English.
She's a tough grader.
And a B in Spanish.
What?
Woo, okay.
Miles.
Are you trying to
Mira,
kill your...
if you haven't seen Across the Spider-Verse yet, get out there and see it. It is rated PG with some of the teenage-ish level aspects of the story, the action, and the themes that go along with that. Plus, there's a bit of mild profanity. But yeah, so that's the PG PG rating for it on there. If you have seen it, I would suggest go see it again. Then you can say you saw it twice. All right, guys, thanks for checking this out. Hope you have a good one. Stay safe out there. Definitely don't text and drive.